All right, hello everyone. This is Teacher Brandon. I was one of the MCs for the Fortnite preliminary. First off, congratulations to everyone. You did an amazing job. Today, in this video, we have something exciting for you. First, we are going to go through all of the students and participants. We'll give them feedback, maybe some good points, some bad points, and some possible drills and ways to practice, okay? But wait until the end of the video because we are going to be drawing teams for the finals. So stay tuned and keep on the lookout for that. Thanks.
All right, this is feedback for excited vines. Congratulations on third place. You did a really good job. Some good things that I think you did. Number one was good speed. So you had a very good balance of fast and slow, which is really good. You also had very good decisions and good thinking, all right? So whenever you played fast, you had high confidence, but when you played slow, you had good thinking, which was really good, right? Now, one of the pieces of feedback that I have, or one thing that you can get better at, is aim, I think. There were some times where you missed a few shots, so we have this drill here in our map where you fight zombies, okay? Now, the zombies are really easy to hit, okay? They're really big, right? So what I want you to do is try to go for only headshot, okay? Kind of like this. Only headshot. Make sure all the numbers are yellow, okay? Or if you want, I also want you to try without zoom. So like this. No aim, all headshot, right? This is a good way to practice your aim. As well as you can use other weapons too, alright? You could try SMG, okay? You can try aiming with SMG. But make sure you're only going for headshots, okay? Alright. Next, if we return, we also have fighting bots. Now, this is good because here you can practice moving while aiming, okay? So you can see the enemies, they're standing still, but I can practice my aiming like this, right? They're all standing still, but I can figure out how I want to move with the enemy. Okay. Now, one of my other tips was to also try to build more. So in here, you can actually build a lot too, right? Like, oh, if there's enemy there and I put wall and wall, maybe I can jump and go on top like this, right? So this is a good way to practice building and aiming at the same time, right? Kind of like this, okay? So basically, all of my feedback, I want you to practice building and aiming, especially when you're fighting someone. Kind of like this, okay? Overall, really good job. Make sure to practice, and I will see you in the finals. Great job. Okay, so this is some feedback for Haruki 1. Overall, I thought you did an incredible job getting into top 3. Congratulations. You played very smart and very slow, which was good. You played purely for placement points, right? Overall, very good job. Now, for some feedback for you, I want you to think about how you can play fast, okay? Playing slow is really good until top 2 or top 3, right? But when you get to top 2 or top 3, because there's so little enemies, that's when you want to start fighting. Maybe if you be really fast, okay, you will be able to catch enemy by surprise. So for example, maybe this is Haruki 1, right? And you're playing very slow. Oh, now it's top 3, so there's 3 people. That's when you want to play fast, okay? Another thing that I want you to think about is because the next tournament is duel, right? You're going to have to work with your teammate. Maybe your teammate likes to play very fast. He likes to play very fast and he likes to fight enemies. But Haruki is still very slow, right? Is this good or bad? Maybe not good, right? Because if your teammate is very fast, but you're very slow, there's no teamwork, right? No teamwork. So the best thing that I want you to think about is how do I play fast or how do I play with my teammate, okay? Duels is going to be really important for teamwork, okay? So let's go ahead and write that down. Teamwork is important. okay? Teamwork is important right here. And we also want to say play faster and with teammate, okay? Play faster and with teammate. We'll put it in the arrow here, like this. Boom! All right, so teamwork is important, okay? Like I said, Haruki 1, your playstyle is very good because it's slow. It's very good for placement, and you want to think a lot. But if you have a teammate who's really fast, how are you going to communicate with him? Are you going to tell him to play slow, or are you going to play faster? I think the best thing is to play faster with teammate. That way, you can get more points from eliminations, right? Points from eliminations. Okay? Overall, I thought you did a really good job, though, getting into top 3, and I can't wait to see how you play in the finals, all right? Very good job, and I will see you in the finals. All right, here is feedback for UU601. Overall, I thought you had really good aim. There was only a few times where we watched you, but you had really good hunting rifle aim, very good sniper aim. You were patient and made smart decisions. I think there was one time where you saw Sakata 28, but you were trying very slow to aim, and you had very strong decision making. Okay. You also tried building, which I thought was really good, and I thought you had very fast reflexes. There was one time where Wonderful Fly was running at you, and you were able to turn around really fast and shoot him with a shotgun, which was really, really cool. Now, what do I think should you practice more, right? So number 1 is try building more, okay? If you come here to our practice map, you can see the code at the top of the screen. It might be also written on the screen, but if you come to free build here, you can come here, and I just want you around 5 to 10 minutes every day is to just kind of practice building, okay? You don't have to do anything fast or perfect. You don't have to go as fast as me, but just building something will help you out a lot because when I saw you in the tournament, mostly you were building like walls like this, which is good, but we also want to learn how to build and push, right? So now we could use something like stairs, okay? Like this, right? Or something that I noticed too is that maybe you want to change material too, right? In the tournament, everyone has full material, so maybe making it steel because it's stronger will also help you, okay? So try learning how to build ramps a lot more, and overall, don't be afraid to build more and more, okay? Just overall, I think that you should try to build a little bit more, especially these ramps here. And like I said, just 5 to 10 minutes, just practice building, okay? There might be times where you make a mistake and you get stuck in box and you're like, oh no, what do I do? Well, this helps you practice how to get out of a box, right? Maybe you break, okay? Or maybe you learn how to edit to escape, okay? This will help you a lot in the long run, okay? Next point I want to talk about is using the right weapon for a fight, right? So there was times where I saw you use hunting rifle, which is pretty decent at close range because, you know, it has no scope, but you want to be a little bit careful, right? For example, let's take DMR, right? We have to remember which guns are good where, for example, right? We have the DMR, and the DMR has a scope, so it's a very long-range gun, okay? So if I wanted to fight some zombies, right, and I wanted to come here and shoot a little bit close, maybe DMR is not best weapon, right? It's slow, it's hard to aim, it's not good. So another weapon would be either shotgun or SMG. These are probably your best weapons, okay? So just be careful with picking what weapons for situation, okay? If I'm far away, it's okay to use like DMR or hunting rifle, sniper rifle, things like that. But make sure we're not using them too close range, okay? All right. Overall, very good job. I can't wait to see how you perform in the Ow, these zombies are attacking me. Overall, very good job. I can't wait to see how you turn out in the finals. Make sure to practice your building once again, and make sure to practice also using right weapon for right distance. Good job. All right, this is feedback for Sakata 28, okay? Congratulations on second place, okay? You did a really good job. I thought you had a good balance for kills and placement. Kind of like Excited Vines, you played very slow but also played fast, so it was really good. Your 1v1 with Fuhata was really good. You tried many different ways to counter. You tried taking high ground, you tried going lower, you tried to fight or make him make mistake, which is really good. But you also had very good decision making and thinking, which was really, really good. Now, what should we work on? I think all of these are kind of same tip a little bit, but number one, I think you should try to take high ground more. In this game, high ground is very, very strong. In this game, high ground is very, very strong, so I think that being able to get on top of someone gives you a very good advantage because the enemies have to look up at you, right? Which is very, very hard. Let's go ahead and take an example, or take a look at an example, right? So here I am, I'm fighting bots in our practice map, right? And if I have high ground like this, and I'm looking down on enemy, it's a lot harder for him to fight and aim up. You can kind of imagine, right? Like, if there is enemy up there and I'm trying to aim, it's really, really hard, right? So basically, you want to put the enemy in uncomfortable situations, okay? Kind of like this, and you can also peek. See how I kind of have the advantage here? I'm kind of deciding the fight because I'm on the high ground, alright? Another tip that I have is to just have more confidence, okay? There are a lot of times where, let's see, let's go back over here. We want to go to free build. I noticed that there's a lot of times, especially when you're fighting Fuhata, where he has high ground on you, or he's putting a lot of pressure on you, and you're kind of just staying in box like this. Now, this is correct decision, right? You want to play slow and you want to think, but you should try to have more confidence to take fight. Like, if an enemy is here, right? If an enemy is here and he's shooting at my wall, then what's something that I can do? Maybe I can go like this and try to go for a quick play, right? Or maybe I could try to build ramp and then go up here really quick and then shoot down like this, right? Or if he's still there, maybe I put this and kind of peek like this, right? So there's a lot of different ways that I want you to try to basically make the fight yours. You want to control the fight, right? And have confidence. Like, if I'm building, I want to make sure that, oh, if the enemy is trying to fight me, then I'm at an advantage, okay? This will help you give more confidence, but basically what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to push or be aggressive on the enemy, okay? Now, the last thing that I want you to do is to practice editing or box fight. I think you're really good at building already, but one thing that you should try to do is editing, right? So kind of like here in the free build, you can put yourself in a box and you could just try practicing how to edit, okay? And just do this for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes every day, and this will help you out a lot, all right? But basically, for editing, my favorite patterns are ones that help you right-hand peek, okay? We learned about right-hand peek in the very beginning of the course, right? Because I can't shoot here, my body is more open and it's more dangerous. So when you edit, you should always try to do these right-hand edits, okay? That will help give you advantage. So my favorite is usually this one, the bottom, this kind of L shape, all right? That goes like this, helps give me an advantage. Or I also try this window right here. This window is also pretty good. Or you can even do something like this, right? You can make a big kind of wall or background like this, or take a big wall out and kind of make a small wall here to protect yourself. But that's a little bit niche, but I recommend the L shape and the window. Those are probably the best, okay? But if you wanted to practice box fighting against people, this is similar to what I told to Excited Vines, but you can go here and like build around the bots in our practice map, right? And just kind of put them in a box like this, and you could practice how to box fight and practice your edits and everything, right? So this is another great way to practice your editing. You can even try to go on top and, you know, build some things here, practice editing. It's a little bit difficult, but it will help you practice and get better. I think by practicing the edits and the building, it will help you have more confidence, and it will allow you to be more aggressive and control the fight. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Very, very good job once again. I can't wait to see how you perform in the finals. Great job. Okay, so this is feedback for our next athlete grade dresser. Overall, really, really good job. I like that you play slow for placement. You were obviously thinking a lot, which is really good. One thing that I thought was super good is you put pressure on enemy, okay? So if enemy was in box, shooting was really good. You are always trying to shoot enemy that was hiding or putting pressure, okay? Overall, really, really good job. Now, what can we work on, all right? So this is our practice map that we use in class, but we have the code on screen, and you can use it too. But you want to come over here to free build, and what I want you to do is to just practice building, okay? So you can even build very slow and take your time like this, okay? In the tournament, I didn't see you build a lot, so I would love to see you build a lot more, okay? So I think starting with ramp is best one, maybe ramp, okay? And we also have wall, okay? Wall, ramp, wall, ramp, okay? So I want you to practice building with wall and ramp, okay? And you can play very slow, doesn't have to be fast, but I want you to practice maybe 5 or 10 minutes every day, okay? So that you can practice and get really, really good, all right? Next thing is I want you to come back over here, and I want you to practice your aim, okay? Aim is kind of like this, right? How you shoot. So over here we have fight zombies, okay? And you can come over here, and there's gonna be lots of zombies that come, okay? But I don't want you to shoot them in body. I want you to only go for headshot, okay? So you can do like this, like zoom and headshot, okay? Or you can do no zoom and headshot like this, okay? This will help your aim a lot. In the tournament, I noticed there was lots of times where you kind of missed bullets and everything. So I think this will be very, very good drill for you, okay? Overall, very, very good job. Make sure to practice aim and practice building, okay? See you in the finals. All right, this is feedback for Wonderful Fly. Overall, good job in the tournament. It might have been a little bit rough because you're only able to get 1 point, but do not fear, you still have time to come back, okay? Here's some feedback that I gave you. Number one, I thought you had very fast playstyle and you had good confidence, okay? Confidence means that you believe in yourself, okay? You think you can do good, all right? And that's really important because there's not a lot of people who play very fast or very confident. And another thing that I thought you did really, really good was you were always making enemy think, or you're forcing enemy to make a mistake. Now, a lot of people didn't do this. I think there's only a few people who really, really tried to do this, right? But, for example, Fuhata, great dresser, and I think you, Wonderful Fly, were the only people to kind of do this, but you made enemy think. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when I say you made the enemy think, okay, let's pretend there's an enemy in a box, right? Maybe he's sitting here waiting. What you're doing is you're putting a lot of pressure. Because you have fast playstyle, you're putting a lot of pressure, and you're making him make decision, or you're making him think, okay? In this way, you're making the fight your fight. You are controlling it, which is very, very good. I'd even told this to Sakata28, but he needs to try to control the fight a little bit more or make the fight his. So the fact that you play very fast and you're always pushing enemy is really good because they don't know what to do. They start getting scared and they make a mistake, okay? Now, I think your fast play style is good, but overall, I think you need to slow it down a little bit. I think because you were too fast, you weren't able to play for the placement points that much, and you lost out on a lot of points. So think slowly and try to third party. We'll talk about this in a second, okay? And next one is use right weapon for the fight, okay? I told this to Yu as well, but in your case, for you, Wonderful Fly, I noticed there was one time where you were fighting Excited Vines, and he was really close to you, right? He was really, really close to you like this, but you had Mythic Heavy Sniper. And so you tried to shoot, but then you missed your shot, so you had to switch, but then at that time, Excited Vines got you, right? So make sure you're using right weapon for situation. What is the better weapon? Maybe shotgun, like this. Maybe SMG, okay? Remember, the Mythic Heavy Sniper only has one bullet, so if you miss, it's kind of game over, okay? So make sure you keep that in mind. Okay, so another piece of feedback that I had for you was to maybe play a little bit slower, right? There was times where you were too fast, and I told you, maybe you should try to third party, okay? But what is third party? Third party means that when there are two people fighting, or let's say there are three people, okay? There's enemy number 1, enemy number 2, and you. This is you, Peely, okay? So, third party means is you play slow. Okay, let's write play slow. Oops, sorry. Play slow. Okay. So we play very, very slowly, okay? Basically, we kind of just wait, okay? But when the other enemies start fighting, boom, 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 pew, 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 they start fighting, right? That's when you attack, okay? That's when you start to play fast, okay? So, the biggest tip for you is that it's okay to play fast. It's okay to go and push enemy. It's okay for them, or it's okay for you to make them make mistake, okay? But there's other ways you can think about it or be more strategic, and that is third party. So like I said, you wait, you play very slow. Maybe I'm just waiting, and then when the enemies start fighting, pew, 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 that's when you run in and you attack. But why do we attack, right? Why do we attack when the enemies are fighting? It's because, number one, enemy has no shields or HP, right? Enemy will have no shields or HP, all right? So it's a good time to push. They will already be weak, okay? So try this out in your next tournament with your duel partner, okay? It might be a little bit hard, but make sure you talk about if you want to play fast or play slow, okay? Overall, good job, though. I can't wait to see how you play in the finals. Okay, next we have feedback for Reotsuki Group. Overall, very good job. I thought that you were trying to play pretty slow, which is good, trying to get placement points. And when you got into fights with enemies, you actually had pretty decent aim, and you tried to land a lot of damage, which was really, really good. So, how do we get better? Well, one thing that I want you to practice is building, okay? So here we are, we have our practice map that we use in our lessons, okay? Your feedback is going to be very similar to great dressers, okay? Which is building and more aim practice, okay? But if you come to our practice map and you come to free build, okay, and go inside, we have lots of space to build here. It's super cool. But what I want you to learn how to use is wall, and ramp. Okay, we have wall and ramp. All right. I want you to practice building and moving, okay? Kind of like this. All right. It doesn't have to be fast. You can go slow, okay? But I want you to practice maybe 5 or 10 minutes every day, okay? This will help your building skill a lot. You can even try going like this and putting walls too, okay? Wall and wall like that, all right? But building is very important because in the tournament, there are lots of enemies who are strong with building, okay? So this is very, very good advice, all right? Next step or next point that I think you should improve is aim. Now, you tried to land good damage and you did try to fight a lot, but how can we improve our aim? So we have over here in our map, we have fight zombies, okay? If you come over here and you look, there's scary zombies that start to come, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to go headshot only, headshot, okay? So only at the head, like this. You want to make the numbers yellow, all right? You can do zoom in, like this, or you can do no zoom in, okay? But this will help your aim a lot, okay? Also, another thing that I want you to practice is kind of aim, but I want you to practice pressure, okay? Pressure means that when you see enemy, okay, maybe enemy is inside box, like this. Enemy is inside box. What we want to do is we want to destroy their box. We want to shoot and do lots of damage and push. We want to run, okay? Maybe if enemy was in box 2 like this, you could also build. You can build ramp, and you can go on top like this too, right? You can shoot, all right? This is called pressure. Pressure, all right? Okay, so your 3 main points of feedback are practice building, practice your aim, and practice pressure, okay? Overall, really good job. Make sure to practice, okay? And I'll see you in the finals. Okay, last and final student we have feedback for the one and only Fuhata. All right, very good job. Overall, I don't really have lots of advice to give you. You played very, very good. I think you are very similar to my level. Even when I look at your decisions and how you choose to fight, they're very similar to what I would do, okay? I think teacher Diane told you this, okay? So, overall, like I said, very good job. You had lots of kills. You had first place 4 games, okay? But there are some things that I want you to think about, and I think maybe teacher Diane talked with you, right? But let's go ahead and take a look here. Number 1 is, in the tournament, there is a possibility, maybe, enemy has high ground. So, for example, maybe Fuhata is inside box, right? Fuhata here, okay? Fuhata here. But what if there was enemy up here, okay? What if there was enemy up here shooting at you? Or what if enemy had high ground? Or what if enemy gave pressure? What are you going to do? Okay? I want you to think, if I am stuck inside box, okay? If I am in box and enemy comes pressure, or enemy has high ground, right? Enemy's up there. How do I escape? Do I go this way and run up? Or Do I try to go, let's see, do I try to go this way and run up this way? Maybe like this. Okay. Do I try like this? These are things I want you to think about, is how do I get advantage over enemy? Because in first stage, Fuhata always have advantage. Fuhata's always on high ground like this. Okay. But what if Fuhata has no advantage? What if Fuhata is down here? Or what if there's enemy shooting? Okay? I want you to think about how to escape. Alright? Number 2, another thing that you could work on is, or maybe not something to work on, but something to be careful of, is because you are number 1, I feel like a lot of people might try to come after you to eliminate you, right? So if there was so many enemies all around me, how do I protect myself? Okay, if I go like this and I protect myself, all right, I protect myself, but there's so many enemies. What do I do? How do I escape? Do I go this way? Do I try to get high ground like this? Okay, this is something that I want you to think about. How do you fight a lot of enemies at the same time? Or if you have teammate, how do you fight with your teammate? Because it's going to be duo, right? Very good, very good. Now, the last point that I want to talk about is, let's see. Okay, and the last point that I want to tell you about is kind of similar to what I told you a little bit ago, but that is teamwork, okay? If you're fighting many enemies, how do you fight with your teammate, okay? But something that's important is that maybe this is Fuhata, okay? And this is teammate, all right? Fuhata plays very fast, very fast, boom, 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 and gets killed very fast, okay? Fuhata is also very, very strong, okay? But what if teammate is very slow, okay? Okay? I think Teacher Diane maybe told you this, but how are you going to support your teammate, okay? Teamwork is important, so you and your teammate need to play together all the time, okay? So if your teammate plays slow, are you going to play slower? Are you going to tell your teammate to play faster? How will you communicate, all right? Because if you are going super fast and you're all the way over here, but your teammate's over here, you can't support each other, right? There's no teamwork, and maybe you will lose, all right? So that's your last piece of feedback to work on. Overall, I think you did an amazing job. I think you're probably the same level as me. I don't have lots of feedback to give you, but be careful in the finals round because I feel like a lot of people will come after your team. Okay? All right. Good luck and keep practicing.
All right, everyone, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to try out those drills and tips. Make sure you study, study, study. And most importantly, make sure to study English and how to talk with partner, okay? All right, the moment you've been waiting for, we are going to go ahead and decide teams by lottery. So here we have the top 4 students. So we have Haruki 1. We have Excited Vines. We also have Sakata 28, who came in second. And last, we will do Fuhata, who came in first. All right, here we go. First off, we'll start off with Excited Vines. We have our bag here today. Let's just go ahead and shake it up. Excited Vines, your teammate will be Wonderful Fly. All right, Excited Vines and Wonderful Fly, team 1. Next, we're going to be pulling Haruki 1. Shake the bag. Go ahead and reach. Haruki 1, your teammate will be Reotsuki Group. All right. Second place, Sakata 28. Your teammate will be 2 participants left. Yu 601. And last, Fuhata. I think there's one more person remaining. this teammate is Great Dresser. All right, those are the teams. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. I hope you guys will continue to practice until finals. Good luck and do your best. See you.